You ready?
So when you have a massive hit record and it's your introduction to the world and it ends up being taken away from you, that can be like a fatality for an artist. So we're in a dark place. Shows slowed down, money ran out, and like I'm trying to get some records mixed. And there was this kid who was homeless, sleeping in a studio. And I had to use him because he only charged $50 to mix a record. And I owed him a couple $100. So I was showing up, boom, pulled up to the studio. He walked outside and I saw this pain. You ever know how you could just like see somebody's energy and you could tell like something's dark?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, man, are you okay? He's like, man, I'm going through some stuff right now. And something told me to give him a few $100 extra. Just I said, you know what? Something told me to give you this. He said, man, you have no idea how much this helps. And I said, man, you need a job? He said, man, I do need one, bro. I said, you know what? We've been recording in my mom's basement on GarageBand. And you know what? It might be time for us to hire an engineer.
Right.
And like me stop mixing the records myself.
Right.
Like we're not even using Pro Tools. Like we're like I'm doing presets. Like
So I started in GB too. In
Yeah?
the band, baby. GarageBand. That was my first like record. I made a record like literally in my dorm room, not thinking much of it, but that was how I got my start. It was on GarageBand.
Yeah, man.
Didn't know what the fuck I was doing at all.
That's all right.
Thank God for GarageBand.
Man, it
Shout
gets
out
us
GarageBand.
started. Shout out to GarageBand.
Yeah, facts.
So this kid, like I took him to my mom's basement. I'm like, all right, let's get the studio set up. So we go to Guitar Center and we buy like the smallest monitors of all time. And I was being cheap. He's like a very educated like engineer, like he's homeless, but he's educated. He's like, we need stuff, and I'm like, nah, we could just put the speakers on top of the trash can. Like we'll take the little trash can, flip it upside down. That's a speaker stand. He said, Charlie, you got to take this producer stuff. This engineering seriously. I'm like, bro, like equipment doesn't make hits. Artists make hits. And he kept wanting to spend more money, but I didn't really have it to spend. And then one day, after about 6 months of us like building like little tiny studios. One day, he brought a keyboard to the studio. A big keyboard, like an 88 keys keyboard. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You don't make beats? Just like imagine like does any of your videographers make beats?
He does.
You make beats? Do you make beats?
Nah.
Like, but you know he doesn't make beats.
Right.
What if he brought in a keyboard one day? You'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he'll be like, I make beats. So that's what this kid did. His name was Marcus. He's like, I make beats. We were like, man, you can't make no beat. First beat he made, Make It Rain, Bitch. Make It Rain,
really?
Bitch. Top 10 song in the country. Second beat he made, Bring It Back. Top 10 song in the country.
Wow.
Third beat he made, Hey Ladies. Okay now, ladies. Yeah. Number 2 song in the country. Marcus.
Wow.
First. Good job, First. He went from being homeless.
That's first?
That's First. Come
I love
on, man.
that. I love that.
He went from sleeping on a couch to making these massive records, and then he went on to discover. Well, first he would bring Iggy Azalea to our little like 10 by 10 studio with like 20 fans in it because the air conditioning didn't work. And Iggy Azalea was always there, but she didn't really make music.
Right.
She was just friends with his girlfriend. And so he discovered her, and then he discovered Post Malone. Another amazing hip hop story about anything is possible. You never know. Actually, everything is possible. You never know.
Exactly.
Anybody can get it.
Crazy.
At any time. You can't sleep on anybody.
Can't.
Like too many times in our lives, we're looking at like, okay, I want to be successful. Let me go work with this big person.
Right.
When it's the people around you or below you that are going to change your life.
Right.
You ready?